What's up guys, this is the Lord Savine, and you guys know that I'm a big fan of trading card games. I've been playing Magic for about 20 years, love Magic the Gathering. I'm a big fan of Hearthstone, and back in the day, I was a huge fan of Pokemon, the trading card game. Now I was around for the big Pokemania craze back in the mid-90s and late 90s, and the trading card game was definitely a part of that. I collected all the cards, I had things like Charizard, I even have a complete set of base set 2 Pokemon cards, which is one of my prized possessions. It's sitting over there on my shelf, I absolutely love it. But I kind of fell out with it because I played the trading card game a little bit with some friends, but not really. It was mostly a collecting kind of thing for me, not really a playing kind of thing, because I felt the game was kind of shallow, and at the time I was also playing Magic, and you can't really compare the original Pokemon trading card game, you know, base set, fossil, jungle, all that, to Magic the Gathering. It's really hard to do that. With Pokemon Go and all the recent Pokemon craze lately, I have gotten back into the Pokemon trading card game. I was at my local card shop and I saw people playing it. I looked at one of the cards and just said, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. I have to check this out. So it turns out the trading card game is now completely different than it used to be, and it's a lot more complex, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's more like Hearthstone than Magic, but it still scratches that TCG itch, and I needed to play it. Fortunately, there's an online version called Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, or PTCGO, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. One of the best things about Pokemon Trading Card Game Online is that it's completely free, and not free in the way that Hearthstone's free, that yeah, you can play it, but you're gonna not be able to build decks and it's gonna kinda suck and that sort of thing. It's free as in generously free. You get free stuff all the time just by playing the game. For example, here on the Versus ladder, just by playing against other opponents and winning, you get prizes, and you can see here along the bottom all the different prizes you can get as you go up the ladder. If you lose, you don't lose any points. You just gain points when you win. It resets every couple of weeks, and it's free stuff, and it's stuff that you can actually use. On top of that, when you win, not only do you get a couple of the in-game currency, but you also get the chance to either get a large amount of in-game currency, or a booster pack, or a random card, that sort of thing. Along the same lines of the way that you can get packs and cards from Hearthstone's arena system. So you get a lot of free stuff and a lot of points very quickly. I'm talking 500 coins a day, which is enough to buy a theme deck if you would want to do that, or several packs every single day. And what this means is that you're not totally behind the paywall. Now, of course, you can buy into the system, but you do it in a very interesting way. Unlike Magic the Gathering, you don't have to buy the cards online or buy packs online. In fact, you get them by buying the physical product and redeeming the codes online, and then you get that product in the game. For example, if you buy a booster pack, you can come over here to the code redemption area of the website and then submit your code for a pack that you just bought, and then get that same pack online. Now, it may not have the exact same cards in it, but you still get a free booster pack there. You can also buy them online, and usually for much cheaper than you can buy the physical packs. So you can either go buy physical packs and then use that code, or you can just buy codes online for fractions of a dollar. We're talking 30-40 cents per pack. And then you can use those to trade for things to actually play standard if that's what you want to do. But that's not even the best part about this. My favorite part about the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online is that you can play in what's called the theme deck format. Now, the theme deck format is awesome because what it does is forces both players to use theme decks. Nothing else. You can't modify it, just basic theme decks. The same ones you can buy in the store, or you can go to a physical store and buy them and get that code and use that online. This format is awesome because it levels the playing field. Everyone's got the same stuff. They've got the same level of power, mostly. I mean, some are a little better and more consistent, but overall, everything is about the same. There is a bit of randomness to it, but it's so much fun because you can get the same experience of playing the TCG without having to really buy in. In fact, for the past 2 weeks, almost everything I have done has just been through the theme deck. Completely free, not paid a single cent, and I've had a blast and gotten a bunch of stuff that I can then use for decks in standard or extended or all the different formats they have if I want to do that. But I've mostly just been playing theme decks. And the rewards you get on the ladder are shared between all the different formats. So if you play standard and get some prizes there, you can continue to play theme deck and push forward there, or vice versa. You can use the coin rewards from the ladder and from winning games to buy packs or buy theme decks, further increasing your collection. Now let's say you're like me and have no idea where to start or even really how to play beyond the very basics. Well, you don't have to play against other players. You can play what the game calls the Trainer Challenge, which is a set of AI opponents who have fixed decks that are about the same level as a theme deck. In fact, you can use and only use theme decks against these opponents. In this mode, you'll find several decks that the game just gives you, and it turns out that these decks, which are kind of online theme decks, are actually some of the most powerful decks in the theme deck format. You get those for free. You don't have to buy them. They're yours, and they're awesome. I especially like the water and grass one, but the fire one is also insane from the XY expansion. You can play against these AI opponents and get rewards for these decks, and then fill them up until they're complete, and then use those on the theme deck ladder if you'd want to. Or you can turn around and use some of the theme decks that you've purchased, and after you win 12 wins, you get a free pack. And when you grind each of the trainers up to 4 stars, you also get a free pack. So even just playing the regular AI opponents, you can get rewards to increase your collection. Now that's not to say the game is absolutely perfect. It sometimes is a little buggy and sometimes a little further behind releases. For example, the newest 2 theme decks we can't use online yet because one of the cards has basically broken the game in half. Also, the interface is a little clunky on PC because it was designed for mobile devices, which this is available on, by the way. So sometimes sorting things or sorting trade offers or sorting through your collection can be a little clunky. There are some tools available to you, but it's just not great. But with that said, I do absolutely love the experience, so much so that it's been kind of the main game I've been playing. I've been playing games on stream, but then also playing this basically any other time I have free time, and I love it to death. It's awesome. So if you guys want to play, I suggest you download it and try it. You have nothing to lose. It's totally free. And if you want to hang out with me or chat with me or even play me a couple of times, help me test some decks, my username is lsavine. You can see it in the video, also in the description. Add me as a friend. We'll chat. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a surprise to me to even be looking at Pokemon cards after this long